Kofi, let's talk about Llamageddon. I thought the start of this film was great. An army of llamas marching around to rock music. Although a lot of them look like dogs. I think the artist didn't quite understand what a llama was half the time. It was a sick little intro. I think they blew all the budget on it.
I really do, mate. They had $1 million budget, and I think they spent like 600 grand on the intro and the outro.
And the little bit near the end.
Yeah, where the transformation.
Yeah, that just suddenly becomes cartoon because they couldn't be fucked to do it properly. Why is this a thing?
It goes from what looks to be really good, and you have the llama crashing into Earth, and that seems like this is going to be enjoyable. And then we just have Hicks. Their dialogue. No.
Although the acting is absolute gold, the camera work that goes on in this film is pretty much on a Nokia 3310, isn't it? It's just all over the place, isn't it?
It's like they just went on like standard VFX websites and just downloaded some things and just
put them into Windows Movie Maker and went, fuck it. When the llama creeps into the bedroom, I thought it was fucking brilliant. No one sees a fucking llama creeping around the house. He's just in there, and then just blood splatters everywhere.
You just had to throw ketchup at a picture frame.
There was another bit that creased me where they stood outside and the girl was like calling everyone possible to get them to come to this party. And then she goes, I'm going to call Mark, goes to walk off, but she just stops on the steps like she knew that was the end of the scene.
Right.
But they don't quite cut it for like 3 seconds, so she walks off and then just stops, and it just pauses on her just stood there doing nothing, and then it cuts away. It just makes no sense.
One part where they broke the fourth wall, they're all sat in the house smoking weed, and one of the guys just says to the other guy, you seem really stressed, and then he looks at the camera and goes, I'll pack a bowl for you.
Mate, there is some fucking very awkward close-ups on people's faces, especially during the handshake scene. They go to shake hands, and then it just zooms in on their face, gurning at each other because they're both trying to squeeze each other's hands. It keeps cutting back and forth, and they're making progressively more awkward faces. The whole party scene's mental.
I'm sure at first there was 6 people.
People kept getting added and taken away, which was weird. But they were like dancing with this like really sexual music. The girls are texting whilst looking at the texts that are on the screen that are just there to show us the text. They're not even looking at the phone that they're apparently texting on. They're looking at the bubble writing on screen. What the fuck's going on? I did find it funny when they found a hairy egg. They just found this like furry egg.
They just must have wrote the script like on the go. Everything's going to come back. You had $1 million and it was this. I think there's like 8 people at the party. 6 of them get in the pool. The llama electrocutes them all, and then 2 more people come and see people getting electrocuted, and they jump in the pool too. They get electrocuted. There's 1 man left who then turns to, there's 3 people left who run outside, and then they get joined by 3 other people. Where did they come from?
Mate, that hot tub scene's amazing because the guy that's got a like horse head on, they're all apparently getting electrocuted. He's just holding his beer out, so he's like saved his beer. And then there's a cut, and they're all just sat there in the hot tub again, like laughing and having a chat, and then it cuts back to them all seizuring. Like, it's like the wrong scene is fucking put in there. How did the llama get in the room then? Because it just like wanders around the hot tub and no one sees it.
Just spit some green stuff. That green stuff, it gives them llama limbs, and it makes them birth llama eggs. The scene... It fucking killed me because the guy's like turning into a llama. He goes into a barn, sits there screaming in pain for like 5 minutes while he births a llama egg.
The other weird scene is at the party where there's just a point where everyone goes, all right, we're going to go have sex now. And then it just becomes a lot of people licking each other's faces and close-ups on people's tongues while they're like flapping them about, except for a guy that's wearing a Slipknot t-shirt who just dances around the house on his own while this is happening.
It's Connor, isn't it?
This is the UTG Christmas party.
Oh, it was so fucking strange. And then what happens at the end?
There's a black girl that gets shot with a laser and just blows up.
So if the laser eyes on the llama hits a human, they explode. Mm-hmm. If it goes anywhere else, pew!
There's a bit where it sets fire to a lot of grass. There's a bit where it shoots a car, and then there's just like all this fake fire, and somehow a few fireworks come out of the car. It's quite pretty. It's quite pretty in that instant.
They must have just had him spare and been like, lads.
I love the way there's a bit near the end where he's getting him. He's trying to get him with a combine harvester, and the llama like lasers all across the grass, and it sets on fire. You can clearly see that they've obviously put like some petrol down and set it alight because of how the flames move across, and then they've put the lasers on to like follow the flames over the top. It just looks so bad. I loved it. The song at the end is the best bit of the whole film.
The song at the end is like 100% the best part of the film.
Sing it.
Just the chorus. Llamageddon, Llamageddon.
It's a llama Armageddon, motherfucker. It's so good.
It's so easy to laugh about a bad film and make it sound good, but I think it was very like unfunny and uninteresting.
There were some bits that I genuinely was like the black guy changing shirts all the time. Like it made me actually just watch to see what the fuck he was going to rock up in next.
Yeah.
And it got progressively more stupid, which I thought I genuinely found that like quite amusing.
All right.
But I was finding it amusing because I wanted to bathe my cock in acid while watching this, because I'd rather have done that. What I would liken this to, Kofi, is when you work in an office and there's like a girl there that works in the office and she's like a 7, but in real life she's like a 3, but she's an office 7 because she's at the office.
Yeah, I understand completely, mate. Yeah.
The film was a real life 3 out of 10. That's my honest review.
I think I get you, mate. The song at the end, that's like a 7 out of 10 song. So remove the film and it's probably going to be pretty bad.
I reckon it's up there with Dumb Blondes.
Dumb Blondes is like one of the top songs that's ever existed.
I did like the song, and I also like the, as I said earlier, like the rock music intro over the cartoon. I quite enjoyed that. I thought, fuck yeah, this is going to be decent, and then it wasn't. it wasn't at all.
Well, I think that was our honest review of Llamageddon, and it was a Llama Armageddon, motherfuckers. So if you did enjoy this, just cancel the film and then subscribe to the channel.
Get yourself a nice glass of lemonade and hit that subscribe button. And I've got nothing. I got nothing. Barack Llama. Yes.